And we're live. That was not too long. Hello, everyone. This is Ninja DC joining again from the React video. This time from MLP Season 8, Episode 22. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Join me again is a herd of bronies.
Hello, A-Ponies. I'm a herd of bronies. Welcome back to Let's Watch Season 8.
Next up, Carlos.
Hello there, my name is Gunmetal Gator here, and I just want to say I'm a true blue Jessica Jones fanatic because honestly, I get her perspective. Being tired of shit about the world, meanwhile trying to fight the good fight, even though you don't really want to fight the good fight because honestly, it's like, Marvel, you did a great job with this character and making her actually one of the most relatable characters ever. Not to mention how good she is as a feminist icon, or just a full-on empowered superhero girl. Just so good. Also, can't wait for the 8-bit reaction to do this episode because I literally had no expectation for this episode at all before being spoiled.
No spoilers.
All right. Next up, Jen.
Hello, everyone. This is Jen, ready to watch the newest episode.
Yes.
And Second and Day Lover.
Yay, second day away.
Hooray!
Second day.
Well, this is a sad week, apparently, for some people, so. I'm a critic first and a fan second. How about some happy, multicolored ponies that are so good at making people feel better? Oh, wait. I can hope.
They're pretty much walking antidepressants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy. Well, in my
Castelli.
case, apparently I'm suffering from medicine abuse then. It's wearing off on me.
Just need more sugar.
Trying to adjust it
It's
to
the Pinkie Pie method. More sugar!
Or at least if I'm not, she is. She's like getting less fun every episode these days.
Yes.
That is true, but we'll see. We'll have to see what happens next on this new
Unless you pair her with
episode.
Rainbow Dash, because I loved the last time that happened.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. Does everyone have the episode up and ready?
Yup.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Everyone press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go.
Kim cartoon.
cartoons. Watch for your
Byron.
high quality.
I was like, wait a minute, this isn't Voltron. Oh,
That's actually where I got the idea to look for the episode. It was like, oh, wait. Voltron people had high quality videos. I'll just go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
There we go.
Twilight, don't
Ooh,
you
thinking
tease the
tree.
theory crafters are still alive.
That's
Yeah,
true.
she's got you there.
Wow.
Yeah, which is necessary to learning friendship.
Because pony history is what led to friendship becoming a big resource for this country.
So saying the tree works in mysterious ways is another way of saying the writers don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
But
it's
the writers
not
don't need an explanation.
Well, is it just me, or is at this school are the students basically learning about this show? Are they basically studying the episodes?
Maybe. Yay, tree.
Trees
Please
with-
let a apple fall on his head. No, okay.
what's going
The
on?
tree heard that.
Something shiny.
It's not very happy.
Oh dear.
It's the giving trees.
The tree is like, I heard some shade being thrown at me. I'm the one who's
Tree's like,
supposed to
"Oh, it's
provide
on."
shade.
There's a
The
tree
tree
of
is
harmony
tearing
after
them
smack
down with
bitch.
colors.
Has it become the tree of disharmony following the mean six?
Could it be?
It's the tree of ass whooping.
That'd be
That's
funny
true.
if it was.
It
What'd you say about
killed the
me?
mean six, so yeah.
I'm gonna love and tolerate you into dust, mofo.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh,
The elements of harmony grew the tree.
Mhm.
The pillars grew the tree.
Yeah.
mm.
But from what though?
They don't get it.
Have no context.
That's a plumbing diagram on how to fix a sink.
Yay! Now we know how to things are synced.
I just can't believe that's how syncs work.
She's a little too happy
Random.
about that.
Fiona.
Yeah, I wonder why that was brought up.
Sleeping in
That
the
raises
car.
very bad questions when living underwater.
No love study groups.
Oh,
Oh, that's not nice.
Hello there,
Well,
Coda.
Oh, it's her.
Actually, that's one thing that's been constant in this show. Everyone is a disproportionately good sport to pranks.
Mhm.
I think I'd be better off studying the plumbing book. This stuff is
N-
impossible.
Oh no.
With good friends and solid study habits, anything is possible.
She's actually pulling that off
She has
really
a
Oh,
sense
nice.
I
of
forgot.
humor.
I forgot she's a changeling.
Yeah.
Oh, come
It's
on.
time for a ribbing round.
Oh, brother.
Ooh, good Applejack impression.
Whoa.
It's so inspiring how relaxed you all are about studying friendship, considering your disadvantage.
What?
What?
Oh no.
Consider where you are.
What do pony mean?
Hadn't sacrificed so much of his time to get you up to speed. Who knows how behind you'd be?
What?
And once again, she kind of
Oh.
sucks.
Growing up as a local
Uh,
hiding underwater from an evil king for years.
Yeah, okay, we get it.
They get it. You're the final villain.
Yeah.
yeah.
And dragons are so fun to watch.
Okay,
Really
this is like a
putting
passive
on
aggressive roast. Somebody want to tell her to just shut up already?
Okay, I did say something.
someone
I did
wanna
say
tell her
something
that they
about
don't
like
have
shade, and I
disabilities?
got it.
Yeah, you got it for sure.
Oh, geez, I gotta watch what I ask for. I may get it.
Yeah.
Or the fact that she's being racist right now.
Yeah. Really racist.
Well, we're
She's
bringing
being
that
cute,
back
but
as
why
the
do I think
subtle
she's being
theme.
evil?
Should get back to studying.
Oh, that's so sad.
Feel the shame! Shame! Two ponies shamed you!
Yeah.
Ding ding, shame.
Like, I mean, if I'd any group I know would have told her to shut up halfway through that.
Yeah.
I don't know every detail about every adventure the professors went on.
Oh,
That makes the main six seem so old now.
Burn.
they are old in our world.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's because Cozy sucks.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she
Yeah.
should have a talk with Chancellor Naysay. Ooh.
Oh, looks like a crystal root.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's odd.
Dragon, strange magical cave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it is obvious.
Ooh. So what's happening there? That
I don't think
magical
we've made
tree
it
is
sound.
growing roots?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Expanding.
Did we know this was down here?
This is reminding me of a Tantalite wedding right now.
Friendship is contagious.
Magic is magic.
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's creepy.
It is like here. You are not one. What has happened? We were studying friendship's effect on history, but then
Since friendship just isn't in our nature, what's the point?
you do not believe friendship is in your nature.
Oh no.
Why do
Oh
I?
no.
Oh god.
Is this
What is
an
going
evil
on
Twilight of the main six?
And this is
What's
like,
going on?
whoever's doing this doesn't have a very good impression of Twilight either.
By sunrise, this door will be closed.
What?
What? You going to trap them down there?
And here you will stay.
Oh.
They're not gonna
my.
like Twilight very much after this.
No, not
What in the world?
Oh no. It's the
Both
trials and
of them down here.
tribulations. Isolation.
Ooh. What's this?
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh.
no!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, poor little things.
Water. Oh god.
Hmm. That's a good question.
They must be topside.
Ooh. Oh.
What's this?
Oh god. It's
Oh my god.
oh. Oh,
Oh, it's him again.
oh,
Wait a minute.
okay.
Storm King.
The Storm King?
Nice.
Oh, dead. They killed him.
It's the Phantom Storm King.
Oh no. He has claustrophobia.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I have claustrophobia too. No, please. Ah.
Oh God.
That's a scary puzzle.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh God.
So it's
Body
their
levels.
biggest fears they're up against right now.
Oh no.
Something like that, yeah.
Don't happen in the Dragonlands.
So what's hers? Oh!
Few things.
What?
Yeah.
It's like Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, back in Do Princesses Dream of Magic? Everybody yeah, apparently they think
Okay, that was weird.
macho type's biggest fear
Welcome
is
back.
anything.
You take a seat.
Let's compliment each other.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh.
Why do you look like that?
Oh, wait.
What do you mean? We all look the same. Not me.
Of course not.
And her fear is like other changelings.
No, losing
What?
individuality.
Ooh, the Queen of
Oh,
Meme.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Oh, that's a nightmare for
Oh
sure.
look, Rarity Dash. Oh.
Well, that doesn't seem like a
It's every fanfic ever.
yeah. How's this a nightmare? Oh
Well, I guess it's like they're exploiting whatever it is that they're most vulnerable to.
Oh, I
Oh
see.
God.
Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. That room.
Dang.
Well, that would
Yeah.
make sense. Claustrophobia.
Yeah, I have that too. Really bad. Oh no.
That's harsh. He has a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, there's a hole. How to get there? Oh, the blue instead.
Ooh.
Yeah. Only blues.
Only go for the light whites.
It's more easy
Oh,
than
no.
or more hard than it seems.
Just use your Dexter Slims.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, watch your tail.
And
Oh no.
safe.
Okay.
Oh, that was good. Oh my god.
Nose flares. Oh. Oh, soon.
Ooh.
That's a girl dragon?
What?
That's
You didn't
a girl
realize that?
dragon?
Second, you're
That's-
the
You have to wear a dress
I
too.
didn't know that's a girl dragon.
Oh.
Yay! Oh, that's amazing.
What?
Okay, I admit
Oh
I
my
didn't see
God.
that coming.
Okay, Yuna.
I mean, I didn't think this show's still like
Whoa,
even
talk
went that
about
far out of the box.
Oh God.
Oh no!
Yeah, this would be tough.
Ooh.
Oh,
Even
Yona,
if you're
I feel
not
you there.
afraid of spiders particularly, this would be tough.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
not fun. Oh.
Things are so possible, you know.
Oh.
What are you saying?
Wait, she can understand the spider?
Ah, she learned a lot from Fluttershy, it seems.
I thought that had to be a natural talent.
Oh, maybe.
Oh. They only want to make friends with you.
Oh.
Well, we're not really sure what's real and what's imagined.
I got that part.
Yeah. You didn't see me, you know.
Yeah, that totally seems like something they would do.
Any other dragon or griffin would save themselves and get out of this crazy cave.
But not you, no.
Mhm.
Wow. That was actually a little bit of a touching moment.
Right?
Yeah, I really do like that pairing.
I can't believe it. That dragon is a girl.
Yeah.
That's been known for a while.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you're not the only one to be surprised about that.
No.
Yeah.
I see in a lot of comments, people are like, "She's a girl."
Yeah.
Ooh.
Put the pressure on.
Totally.
Pressure.
His issue is being a
Figure it
follower.
out.
He can't say no.
Oh.
Aw.
Draw this scene out a little bit. I want.
Ooh.
A lot of fans would say otherwise, but
Yeah, a lot of
yeah.
a lot of Rule 34 fans would disagree.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people love Chrysalis.
Or is it?
shadows of the past.
You think?
Oh, don't be so scared.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's actually clever.
They're rocks.
Oh, there's
Moving
like
shadows.
That's a laughter
shadows,
That's a
yeah.
laughter test.
Oh. Oh.
Claustrophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Pep talk.
Yeah.
Lesson too.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
that's gonna help.
Go. You can do it. Okay, yeah.
The face.
Oh.
La la.
Ooh.
Drop the mic.
There you go.
Ah.
Drop the rocks.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yay, I yelled at rocks.
Basically, Benteen
Dang, more shipping.
To be fair, she would be excited about that.
Oh.
Aw.
Well, at least they should. For trying.
That's ridiculous. That's not who you are anymore. You've changed. Maybe we can't really change that much. I like cute, silly stuff. I'm sorry, what? I like cute, silly stuff.
Ah.
Since school started, I've realized that sometimes I kind of don't mind cute stuff.
I can't believe you're a girl.
Oh.
Someone like me can admit she likes tea parties. That's proof we can change. I was gonna invite you to a top secret tea party with
Even Lords of Chaos love tea
So
parties.
Spike's song didn't really mean anything, huh?
Oh, he didn't sing it to her.
Bribery.
Oh, wait. So,
Bribery is friendship.
yeah. Letting yourself.
Oh.
Who's your spider army? Yoda always scared of spiders, but then Yoda meets
Oh. Spindle.
Oh, cute.
no reason to be afraid.
I have a spindle plush.
So Yoda has
Well, it depends on the spider.
I do, right?
For example, if I saw a brown recluse.
Of all the strange things that have happened tonight, that's a stranger.
Right, again.
Yeah,
debatable.
kind of. What's this about a yak can speak spider?
Oh, yeah.
So you don't care about any pony but your friends? Are you really that selfish? Honestly,
Hmm.
really are such a disappointment.
I've always looked up
Wait,
to
put
you. You would never turn your back on each other, and that's what makes you strong. Now I have a group of friends that I think is
Except for that one time we were watching you and you turned your back on each other.
you aren't the ponies I thought you were. I don't care if I disappoint you. You disappoint me.
Oh,
Mic drop again.
you disappoint me.
Tell our professors you were disappointed in them?
Something tells me those weren't actually our professors.
Yeah, no kidding.
They tried to get between me and my friends.
Aw.
Very sweet. Now can we please get out of here?
Yeah.
These crystal root infested caves.
Ooh.
Oh,
Very.
oh God.
You're not Headmare Twilight, are you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You're the Tree of Harmony.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Sparkly version of our Headmare.
Yeah,
Avatar.
yeah, really.
I change as I grow. As I have grown, so have my abilities.
I'm a bit rusty.
Oh, cool.
History, but since when does the Tree of Harmony trap creatures in a cave with their biggest fears?
You chose what you saw in my roots, not me.
Ooh.
Our
Interesting.
friendship got us past our fears.
You were more
Yay.
concerned with each other's well-being than your own. You were strong when your friends were weak. You let each other in and showed that you would be there for each other no matter
Aw.
what. Friendship is in your nature.
Ooh.
So you can go. So go kindly tell that little puffy pony to piss off.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, yeah.
I came back with my notes and saw this and didn't know what to think. We're better than all right. We just got tested by the Tree of Harmony. And we
Bada
totally
boom.
Yeah.
Suck it, Cozy.
Yep.
Go away, yeah.
below here. We found this and went down and met the tree and Dallas was all, friendship is not in our nature. And the tree was like, what?
The tree is. That's exactly what the tree said. What?
Our nature. The tree said so.
So suck it,
Wow,
Cozy.
Third
everyone
mic
is so
drop.
tired.
I'm gonna go back
And the
downstairs.
tree is out of here.
They won't
I'll see myself out.
Why no? Because it's my fault. You were all getting along so well and I felt left out. I was jealous. And it upset you so much the Tree of Harmony had to test you. Oh,
Ooh,
felt for sure.
such a guilt tripper.
Yeah.
Especially the professors.
So guilt tripper.
Too tired to do anything right now.
Yeah, but we can't go to sleep. We'll miss the test.
The test! I almost forgot.
We're all gonna fail.
Together.
I tell Professor Sparkle I needed help organizing these books, and you were all kind enough to pitch in. I'll get you an extension.
Mmm.
Thanks, Cozy. That's nice of you.
I'm just so sorry I caused all of this. You're such good friends.
Yeah, I bet you're sorry. Not at all.
No problem. Friendship is
Sleeping.
Get some rest. Don't give any of this another thought. Just let Cozy take care of everything.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Yes, it does.
Just let Cozy
Oh,
take care of
dear.
everything.
Okay, so yeah,
And no credits, apparently.
Yeah.
That's
in
it?
this version. Well, so yeah, Cozy is there's just
Oh,
always gonna
dear.
be something wrong with her.
Oh dear. Ooh. She looks like Cozy's more shadier than we thought.
Well, she was always
Cozy.
shady. She was always shady. We just
Well now that she just got that much more shadier.
yes.
Don't
I know the
trust
truth, but
any
I'm not
cute
gonna say
ponies
anything.
anymore.
I mean, like right now, all I'm thinking about is OG Starlight, OG Starlight, OG Starlight, but actually fulfilled. It's like
I'm actually thinking a spy for wait, what's that speciesist
naysayer.
naysayer? I'm
Naysayer.
thinking a spy for naysayer.
Yeah, it's. I just sort of like think about like this. Like I don't know, spoil about this episode. Apparently not.
Oh,
Like
What about Cozy is like a pony embodiment of the tree itself? If it had to be something positive.
I doubt that because we've
No?
seen like
An evil tree.
the
right.
tree, like the tree has like it was shown like has its own voice, but it's like a computer where like it's processing things getting around, but it's not exactly living yet, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like it has a desire to learn more, but doesn't really have a personality, like a normal personality, sort of yet.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. The tree seems to, well, like it's presumably what's controlling the map. It seems to
What
be
if
sort of
what
a
if the
higher
tree
power
itself-
from above.
What if the tree itself is really the nemesis?
Dun
What?
dun dun.
I could
A nemesis
actually.
made of pure good is like that would be a tough sell. Unless
Oh,
you
but
can,
here's
like,
the
predict it,
beauty of
maybe.
it. Here's the beauty of it. That's what makes it so complex. It's made of like pure energy or pure good. You don't know whether to root for it or agree with it or chop it down.
A root for it, upheave it, or just lumberjack it.
Or that,
Yeah.
yes.
Get the lumberjacks, yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly, seems a bit more
Exactly. I don't know.
complicated than the
Spike
show would
it.
go.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
more complicated, but it's like out of everything you would think of for like a season 9 finale, I wouldn't be opposed about that sort of. idea.
Oh my gosh! I'm kind of
I don't-
scared. I'm kind of
Yeah.
scared now because sometimes
I don't
sometimes
think
predictions are like it's
Yeah,
for me it's weird when they come true and it kind of sucks when they
Yeah.
do.
I
I
don't
guess
think.
the
I think.
thing
I don't
like
think. I don't think they're going to like pull the tree as evil sort of thing.
No, I'm not. I'm not thinking about the tree being evil. I'm thinking about more of like the tree having like an oppression complex of like being like, oh, these other ponies who have basically like just been like ostracized, like friendship or like haven't fully learned, like sort of like a big brother type of way. It's like you will all submit to friendship, essentially, like sort of like.
So it will actually be the dark version of actual love and tolerance.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
It would be a
Way
tough
to-
sell
way to
without
turn
coming
that.
across like a total gimmick.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel the final season villains are because like people have talked about for a while. I feel we're going to have like a dark main 6 come around or something like
Yeah,
that.
that would
The
be so
Nightmare
nice.
6?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
Not just like the
Seven Deadly Sins.
I
As
mean,
I have
because it
predicted
is-
as well.
because they have like there's still a lot of leftover villains they haven't really used yet. I think they have some they mentioned are supposed to come back, or like previous My Little Ponies things they're supposed to be coming back at some point.
We
And
had
it's like
Chris
still like
come and go. We were promised T-Rick. We still have convinced they're going to bring back Daybreaker.
Yay, that would be so
Oh, imagine it's like alternate universe. We're just going. Daybreaker's like the ruler of this realm and decided to send the evil 6 boyfriends to come over.
Bring on the
no.
war.
I'm not thinking about Scott Pilgrim versus the Old World.
Sala.
Or you could or they could like bring in something like Flash Century. Oh, all the waifu stealer screamers.
Oh my god, an evil version of Flash Century in which he's truly the epitome of evil, but the fact that people just hate the original Flash so much, it's like, oh my god, this Flash is so much better, even though he's terrorizing
It
Ponyville.
would be terrible. I'd actually hate it because I like Flash. And I thought, what's wrong with him? There's nothing wrong with him. It's kind of cute. And everyone's like, waifu stealer. Yeah. I'm like, come on, the nerdy chick actually gets the cool musician guy. That very rarely happens.
I thought that was like all the those movies like what Teen Witch, just all those like
Oh yeah, Witch.
fulfillment, dream fulfillment, fantasy movies like that.
Probably.
Wait. What do you mean by like a witch movie? Aren't you talking about the series from Jetix?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they made it into a series. They made Teen Wolf into a series too, but yeah, there was also a Teen Witch movie.
Wait. You mean Twitches?
No, like the one where there's that Vanilla Ice wannabe guy who raps in the hallways in the middle of the street and whatever else. I'm king, and they know it. When I walk the streets, everybody they show it. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot on top of that. And then the witch casts spells so her friend who has a crush on him will step up and beat him in a rap battle and thus win his heart forever.
Yay.
Okay, that just sounds too
something
good to
like
be
that.
true.
Anyway, let's get backtrack to this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So get the train back on the track.
So
Can I just say like how remember before I said like the one thing I will say about Yakubi Sack is it was a bad episode, but it was refreshing to actually have a straight up bad episode again. This felt refreshing for an actually good episode again.
It did.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, wow, a great episode. Like,
Gosh.
I don't know.
Has there been any other Face Your Fears episode before?
Wait, no. Part of the
Fluttershy, of
premiere-
course, but
Yeah, and the one with Rainbow Dash versus.
oh yeah, Rainbow Dash and Sonic Rainboom.
The season 1 premiere, the pilot, aka Pinkie Pie's trial, the laughter.
Yeah,
And Apple Bloom with her cutie mark.
Oh yes, that one. Cannot forget about the season 5 episode that was actually good for Apple Bloom.
So there was no so there was no moment where it was a whole group. It was just individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, were the main 6 ever being tried in any like individual ways?
I don't know.
Well, in the very first.
Oh well, I guess you could say Discord, like he got them all with their fears, and then Twilight overcame
Except
hers and
Fluttershy.
snapped everyone else out.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So,
Fluttershy,
season
who
2.
succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's where like, yeah, they left almost all of the recoveries off screen, and even the ones we saw, like, yeah, Applejack's was or all of them were surprisingly easy except Rainbow Dash because they had to catch her first, and not because it was so hard to snap her out of it. Which I don't know. That's like one of the weaker parts of Return of Harmony for me is that they made the recovering themselves like surprisingly just kind of a straight march back up to knocking Discord out to like not all that challenging. So I mean, yeah, of those two, if that's the only comparison, I'd have to say this was more satisfying, at least on that level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more interesting, definitely.
Oh yeah. The fact that like, okay, how long has it been? Oh yeah, that's right. It's been like 4 seasons since the tree's real introduction, and we finally get an actual sense of consciousness from the tree.
Yeah.
True.
And,
Well,
and it's-
beyond the hey, the map knows all, ergo the tree knows all. Apart
Yeah.
from that,
yeah, apart from that, it's like, well, we now have like a sort of like a consciousness made of like after images of the main 6, and I'm just like, this fits, this works.
Yeah.
This would make sense for like the higher beings, like way of interpreting like its messages of friendship and such to its peon below. And I was just getting like, hey, look, if you guys say you have no friendship in you, I'm gonna make you learn, or you're gonna be trapped in here and become soil for my roots.
Well, that
Well,
escalated
I
quickly.
mean, as much as I don't think the tree ever intended that to happen, like it is kind of a refreshingly non-safe wet blanket route that we don't know for sure.
Yes.
And I mean, yeah, people, I guess, or at least on some episodes they wanted to like have accused me of hating to like something, and honestly, well, yeah, if I'm being honest, it is almost not worth the trade-off at this point of the first season where there were no great episodes on my card. But no, this is a great episode. It it had a lot of fun with all the characters, fit in some moments where you were really curious about them and what they were going through, and even a couple of touching ones. It even expanded the lore a bit. It might even, get in there with my all-time favorites. So, it almost feels odd at this point, but
It's a pleasant
I'm
change.
curious
honestly.
about what they can do with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this episode, I'm really quite surprised at what Mike Viegel decided to do for his second episode here. And I thought, like, okay, like the spoiler I saw from this episode was literally like Chrysalis being here, and I'm just like, oh my god, are we actually continuing on for the main 6? Nope.
Oh, that was actually nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like seriously, we could turn it around and just be like, oh, this was a trial.
Yeah. It was yeah.
Like just seeing like everyone's trial, and I'm just like, the one that seemed like the least impressive to me was really Sandbar's. Unfortunately, I'm just like, come on, man.
I don't know. I would say Yona sort of because I can't tell. Like it almost like you can't tell if it was a trial or not. Like, were those really just spiders there, or were they just the magic of the tree?
Illusions.
I think like it was illusions, yeah. Kinda,
the tree
sorta.
did say they chose what they saw, and I mean, I did kind of like that. Not all of them were these like just personal conflicts, and some of them were allowed to be trials of something intense coming at you, and some of them were allowed to be personal conflicts. And with Ember, I was so worried. Or no, not Ember. Why can I never remember her name? Smolder. Thank you. Yeah, I was pretty worried they were going to go the route of they're like, oh, get it? Because she's all macho and stuff. Her greatest fear is being cute. And then they turned that on its head. Like, no, her greatest fear is that someone's going to find out she likes being cute. And that was, I mean.
Yeah, that was clever, yeah.
Well,
I still can't believe Smolder's a girl.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that at some point?
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
had the impression.
Yes, they
Yeah.
have. At the
Well, that blew-
yeah.
Well, that blew my mind. I almost looked at her. It's like, you're a girl.
Hey, it's
Go
the
out
opposite
here.
of Pidge. It's the opposite of Pidge.
It is the exact opposite of Pidge.
Yeah, take me back to the days of Winnie the Pooh, where I always thought Piglet and Rabbit were girls.
Yeah.
You thought Piglet and Rabbit were girls?
Yes.
I always thought they were, but no, everybody's a guy on that except for
The mama
mother
kangaroo.
Yeah, and I had to
The
learn
mama
that
kangaroo.
because
That's the only
this
girl.
was actually an essay somebody wrote that I had to read in college about how Winnie the Pooh is one of many sexist things. Yeah.
And childhood ruined.
And getting back on track, I think
Okay.
like the worst one was the Griff's with the claustrophobia, because I have it myself. Just seeing that cartoon gives me like chills. I know it sounds weird.
Yeah.
That's just like a no, go. I don't like small rooms at all.
I did like Yona's rather okay because having to make friends with the spiders, that's a little bit, I mean, that's a step above just not being scared of them anymore, even giving her Fluttershy's power. That was kind of fun, and then using them to locate Sandbar.
Yeah, and we also have something to practice that with, right?
Oh, yeah. So, come on out, little friend.
Come on out, Spindle.
Spindle, yeah.
I really do like that name. Yona gave
That's
something
cute, yeah.
kind of. But let's see, like you definitely get more characterization for Gallus this episode, which is like already 2 episodes of this season where it's like, hey, let's give the Griffin some of the best characterization here.
I mean, we get characterization for all of them. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm not singling out like Gallus here because like, I mean,
he
Tulsa
might
kind of came out the strongest
I
from
think-
this episode.
I think the only one that might have had like a weak characterization this time was Sandbar, and that's because that kid's like challenge was like just less interesting.
It was a pretty typical sort of thing, but I mean, the words they chose for him to say, I mean, I think there's a reason a couple of us were saying, like, second mic drop there. Not only that, okay, yeah, friends more important than impressing, but okay, like, so, you know what? This is not who I thought you were. If this is honestly you, then you disappoint me. Like,
I have said,
way to walk with your head up there, pal.
oh yeah, like literally, Sandbar is just like, I don't need to be a follower. I got my own standards of cool, and you ain't just following the flow, girls.
There you go. Mic drop again.
It's like something like you made something stereotypical actually interesting with the word terminology. I like this, writers.
Yeah, it's good.
I guess if I must pick a weakness, I would pick the hippogriff whose name I can never remember because
Overstream.
I mean, like that was also a pretty good moment, but I feel like that was just as much because of Gallus as because of her. Like her thing with she thinks the Storm King is back. It was typical enough. I mean, and well, granted the fact like what she's still like someone as bubbly as her is still carrying around the fear that the Storm King could come back and take everything she cares about. That's pretty big. Just like I guess what they chose for her to say, it wasn't as interesting as what they had Sandbar say, and as the two conflicts are comparable. Like
I do have to make a counterpoint though. Like Silverstream in this episode was very emotionally diverse here. Like after Cozy Glow's speech, like she was like the one that showed like the immediate shrunkeness of like her energy, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, I said the conflicts. If I had to, and keywords, if I had to pick a weakest one there, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's like even if the words weren't that strong, I just, I just really did like, well, even with like the facial animation, it's just like Silverstream just doing something that's definitely out of her realm, like what she usually does, which is like usually be naive and optimistic about everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you can do it convincingly, emotions like that, like happy-go-lucky turn to honestly afraid, or like honestly, concerned and not happy-go-lucky. That, or like overconfidence turn to weakness, or like Greg turn to weakness. If you know how to do that, it can make for some of the most effective moments in writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like some of that magic happened here with Silverstream, which really made me gravitate towards her character and just like, okay, Silverstream, you went from a nothing character of just like you're just like sort of like dyed Pinkie Pie with like wings or flippers and such to like, I think I honestly believe you move Swift's a lot more than Pinkie Pie right now. That's like, and that's just like, well, yeah, my opinion for Pinkie Pie has gone so low that this new replacement for her is just was like, okay.
Well, I think it's with like Silver. She's eccentric like Pinkie Pie, but like Pinkie Pie has like just a weird pinkiness where like Silver is just more typical. She's super like excited about everything.
Hyper,
yeah,
she's hyper, but she thinks in a very like a more typical logical manner. Where Pinkie Pie will just do random
like
shit.
her focus is everywhere, her thinking is everywhere, and I kind of thought like she was. I always, or at least starting out, thought like she was the one character that was sort of this show's original creation. That this hyperactive combination of what SpongeBob and Ty Lee from Avatar and what maybe Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, but that said, as far as right now goes, it seems like they're running out of inspiration for her. Or at least if Yakety Sax is any indication.
Yeah. The thing with Silverstream, like another thing with her is that she seems to find she seems to be excited about the littlest things, like for like weird reasons almost.
Well, the thing with the
weird reasons, but this
and stuff like that.
Yeah, weird reasons, but like they are sort of logical, as in like, she basically spent her whole life isolated and submerged and under the sea. So like, it's like someone who's basically has like super protective parents and never let them out. Now they're let out of the house. Is like everything's like awesome to them, sort of thing.
I guess I could consider this telling. Like, I can totally believe that Pinkie Pie has when she gets down, she gets hardcore down. I don't know if I could believe that coming out of Silverstream. Like, and I believe that she was honestly concerned about the Storm King. Like, this is someone who's just like that unconcerned with life, except for the things that truly matter to them. Like Pinkie, meanwhile, I don't have any trouble believing that she, the way they play her, that she has hardcore ups and downs.
I think like she was upset that she thought her family was taken captured too, right? Silverstream?
Oh yeah, being in prison, and she was
like that. Yeah, that seems like a big deal though.
The lack of safety, just being by lonesome, like possibly going to be taken up because she probably felt like was indeed in prison, even without like Storm King's direct influence. Just like you would love to be stranded in the ocean for like basically all eternity until like someone would overthrow him, essentially.
Yeah. It's a good come over your fears episode, actually.
I think the only one we haven't really talked about yet was Ocellus, actually.
Oh, yeah.
How about that about the old form of the changelings being like, we still have this ugliness inside of us. And
her greatest fear is that she's going to be the queen of Maine.
I think the issue, I think her made sense, but I think it just wasn't. She should have just been, I feel, stuck in her old form and not the chrysalis form. It just felt sort of out of nowhere.
Yeah, I felt like it was
I
very
think-
much for thumbnails.
Maybe it's because
Well, to
like
be
that's
fair,
the
yeah,
most
we don't.
despicable thing that you can think about being.
Like, we don't know what kind of lore that Queen Chrysalis holds over the changelings, so I mean, this could be a thing, yeah, like, the queen could be the monster under the bed now.
Yeah, and if it's like ants, isn't Ocella's daughter of Chrysalis somewhere somehow?
Yeah, well, if everyone is Chrysalis's child, then I
Yeah,
guess,
then
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monster of a mother. Monster.
Then it would be like even more creepy and sad actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's a parasite.
yeah, and she don't want to be her mother.
No.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Well, so, although I guess, like, that nonetheless would be a less personal fear if it's, the same could be said for everyone, that they're all Chrysalis's child.
Mm-hmm.
Chrysalis would be one disappointed mom.
One disappointed mom with no children after that custody battle with Dora.
She's like, oh, you're all grounded for the rest of your life.
No TV for a million years.
Exactly.
However long she's been alive.
Probably.
Yeah.
No TV or video games for the next millennia.
Good point, everybody. Yeah.
Mhm. So,
But did everybody see Iki?
who?
My spider titty.
Oh yes, she was. Daylover was all excited to show off her cute little spider.
She has a spider.
Titty?
Yeah.
Spider titty. Yeah. Yeah. See? Wah, 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 wah.
Oh,
Oh, it's a plushie spider.
it's Lucas.
I am Iki.
Oh,
Woo.
oh, it's a plushie spider.
What?
It's a good thing to have if you have arachnophobia. I think like this is a good practice toy.
Yeah. So after the first 3 nights when you wake up screaming, then ever after you're good.
Yeah.
See, the screaming and terror only last about 3 days.
Ugh.
It's Lucas's spider, like, please, let me in, please. No, I'll just go to the shed. I'll just go to the shed. Like,
We'll just
why?
go sleep in the shed.
Why did they have to make a spider cute?
Well, they already
there's
did
also
one like that.
spider. What was it from the YouTube
Yeah,
videos?
Lucas is
Lucas.
spider.
But I said
Spider.
there's also that spider from Nightmare Night, the last Nightmare Night episode.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was Harry. No, not
Yeah.
Harry.
But all those attempts to make spiders cute have been less successful, I might say.
But they could the worst thing is like now, like their animes are making spiders sexy.
Oh,
Wow. If you're gonna talk about
Okay.
anime, there's gonna be a new anime coming out with like an isekai twist in which like a guy becomes like a female spider and she
What?
literally has to like raise up like a party of like RPG people and she just oh god, it's gonna be crazy. It's,
okay. Going back to the episode.
Okay, back on track.
Back to the episode.
Yona's like,
This train is quite weird.
Kick off about
okay, you can make friends with spiders, but this too weird for Yona.
hurry before we talk about Jeff the Spider. Quick before we
Burn him with fire.
Yona back on track.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yona. Oh, let's talk about the Yona cute moments in this episode. Continue.
Yona!
Oh, so cute.
Yona. Yeah.
Falling asleep under her book.
Jonas best Jack.
Like,
She is the best. She is the best Yak.
Yes.
what's so refreshing about this group of friends is that they still let them make fun of each other and not just one moment and that's it, and that's supposed to be the big exception. It's just like kind of the ups and downs of them hanging out.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
I remember like the meme is like acquaintances like if you fall down an acquaintance will like ask if you're okay if but your best friend will just laugh at you. It's like,
Yep.
Yeah, it's like only a true friend would laugh in your agony and then help you up.
When they're done laughing at you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, honestly, I just felt like aside from that, the biggest powerful moment, aside from like the trial of fears, was really like Cozy Glow's speech at the beginning. Just
Yeah, that was really rude.
like,
yeah,
I was getting like a bit of like racism about like this is what you colorful like that sort of talk.
About that
Oh.
speech, speech though, there were parts of it that where I felt like I wanted to say like, am I supposed to be offended here or something? Like it didn't like parts of it didn't really seem offensive. They were just like, I don't know, they weren't even directed.
I think like she's
seems
trying to
kinda-
pack it
It's
in.
like sweet little lies, or like,
Yeah, sweet lies, yeah.
it's like that sort of concept. Though that it's not like lies exactly. It's just more of like the meaning terms just tidied up to not sound as agonizing as you would see if you were blunt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like a lot of it seemed calculated, sounded calculated, and maybe that was the point. But
Yeah.
the fact that
She has a
the
Ruger
friends
somewhere.
seem to like buy into it as easy as they do, which I mean, that's where like the effect is more important than the realistic reaction. Like, yeah, I won't say there weren't any moments like that in this episode where the characters were written like less for quote unquote realism and more for just effect. But I mean, none of them were really all that painful this time around. I can't say that. Yeah, any moments like that really stood out to me.
Let's see, yeah, I guess like overall, it's like this certainly was like a real shine on enlightening episode. Like seeing the characters look differently than usual, like seeing like Silverstream get like very upset at Peeves, or like seeing like Smolder look quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the two pictures I've seen floating around. Smolder and Silverstream.
I mean, for me, it was more of like Smolder and Ocellus, apparently, because I thought this was the Chrysalis comeback episode.
Oh, yeah.
Crying, insecure Queen Chrysalis, you know.
Yeah. Yes, I thought this was a redemption episode.
Oh my goodness! Thank goodness it's not.
I was literally like, I might have some good expectations, but I might have some bad expectations if we all resolved it without a finale.
I don't want Chrysalis redeemed. I don't know what's wrong. I don't want her redeemed.
We need some of them to still be bad. We need some like bad in this world as well.
Oh, honestly, though, we probably wouldn't
it's
be saying that
unfortunately.
if they hadn't run that note into the ground by using it so many times, and if they hadn't kind of started dropping the ball on it. Like I think everybody in this group agrees that Starlight's an example of that. And correct me if I'm wrong there.
Still, we don't need more. Yeah.
And then they kept doing it. The whole Changeling Hive.
But what if they do something sort of crystal tree breaks or something and they become evil? That would be nice.
Maybe not.
Nah, I don't want them to turn back to evil.
No. I'm just thinking like, what if like the crystal tree broke apart, but then all of a sudden it's like every single form of like redemption was like sort of like retroactively affected. In a similar way to like what the Cutie remark tried to do to be like cool, but it's to just be like, we're now in the present, and every single friend and ally has just reverted back to being territorial, or just being evil. And now
That
with, like
really
all these evil
interesting.
presences and such, and including like Celestial Figure with like Luna being like, I'm gonna go back to being Batman Moon. Over here in the Crystal Empire, it's like Chrysalis / Sombra, like suddenly comes. Just being like, oh God, why is this happening to us on our wedding day?
Well, I mean, if season 9's really the final one, then I'm like to pile on the totally screwed in the big finale, like something happening to the tree, getting it at least temporarily taken out of the picture. That would be a front-running way to do that. So yeah,
I'm still
Pile
calling
on the
like that
high
chandelier
tension
is going to
conflict totally
fall.
screwed.
The chandelier falls.
Well,
breaking
that's
it off
almost
the
like-
table.
I want that to fall so bad. It's going to fall on that table.
Have it be like a representation of like the main 6, sort of like their relationships eroding along with their memories that they put on that tree.
Well, the thing about that is like that's kind of like the same object getting the oh my gosh, it's destroyed, the huge moment, like the same object getting that treatment twice. Like we already blew up Twilight's library, and oh my god, end of an era. That's Twilight's home. She's lived in for so long. What's gonna and like okay, now they're gonna do that with the same object that is serving
Not the same,
as a
though,
memory of
because
what it was basically.
it
like
contains the memories of.
oh my gosh, end of those memories, end of an era.
Like,
Wait, didn't we kind of already symbolically blow those up?
it
Well,
could help them, like if they would turn evil and then. But I'm going on a tangent. Back to the episode.
And again.
And it's like a very if you're a kid, you might be scared about some of the things shown in this episode. If you were in one of those positions, because
Definitely if you were claustrophobic. Definitely if you were claustrophobic, yes. You definitely be like, oh yeah, I feel like that. Oh yeah, I feel like that whenever I'm in a closed space.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you're arachnophobic, then you'll be like Yona in this episode.
That is correct. That is correct, definitely.
I recommend the spider plush.
I don't want to be cured of my fear. Although Granddaddy Long Legs, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. But if it's a brown recluse, I'm sorry, that thing is getting smashed.
Anything
I don't blame you for that one.
That thing is getting smashed. It could kill you, and then it'll burn down the house just to be safe.
Any spider you come across in Australia, kill it on sight. Just
Australia's home to the deadliest spider in the world.
So like if you're afraid of fire, then you're going to be like in a double.
Deadliest spider in the world, which has a 50% mortality rate.
Like,
the deadliest spider in the world
great.
kills you half the time. That is lower than I would have expected.
But Jenn said like burn your house down, right? And I was just like, okay, yeah.
Make sure your shoes are clean by that point, or else just burn the shoes. You don't need that.
Oh crap! And man, and Australia is one of my bucket list destinations. Am I going to have to take that off the list?
I mean, I wouldn't say
Damn,
no.
the cleanest of hotels.
Don't go to the Outback. Don't go in the Outback, but if you do, make sure you have a flamethrower.
Good night.
Make sure you have a knife and a flamethrower.
Why would you bring a knife and a flamethrower into a restaurant?
Because
well, I know why you'd have a knife.
Crocodile Dundee. Because Crocodile Dundee, that's why.
At Outback
You never
Steakhouse?
know. Well, it is Outback
Char
Steakhouse.
grill
You
that
would kind of
steak
need
with
a
that
knife.
flamethrower.
And the train is going.
There goes the train again.
It's gone.
It's run off the track and it is derailed and is blown up, and now let's use the insurance money to go buy plushy spiders.
Yay!
Well, there's something to get us bickering about again. How about that the new friends seem like a more fun, more interesting group of friends than the main 6 now?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
I mean, like, even though the main 6 still has Fluttershy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the main 6, like, and that's in name phrase for amateur writers, they're done, which means they're either they can't have conflicts for themselves anymore, just like as Guardian for other people, or when they do, they have to be, like, stale imitations of what they used to do, just Let's see. Applejack is the stubborn one. Rainbow Dash is the one who wants to win. So now they have to be really, really stubborn and really, really competitive with each other. And they are leading the students. And well, we want this to be the one about how they mess up teaching. So they passive aggressive with each other the whole time. And see, it's really, really subtle. Wink.
It's subtle.
But
I
was
don't know,
I the only one that got it vibe from this episode a little bit? Being like
You
the
mean-
old
you mean the movie
float, but
It?
down here.
You mean the movie It?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we all float down here.
Oh no!
Go down here, and then a giant spider comes in to just kill us all.
Yeah, and Twilight being like creepy with like her head, and also saying like
No!
it said like this jingle noise when she like
Oh my
scooped her
God.
head to the side and smiled, and I was just like,
No! No, for goodness sake, no! Please!
nightmare fuel, Jen. Wow.
Oh man, no!
Oh, you want to laugh? Look up the It trailer recut with the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's a
Oh my god! They're
unfortunately
brilliant.
yeah.
So, let's see. I'd just like to say, like, this episode continues on with like my strong feeling that this season really wants me to ship Gallus and Smolder together.
Yeah, they're cute.
Hey, why not?
Sure. We're shipping them all.
A dragon griffin.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but any
What do you-
reason besides the fact that they're the gruff and they're the gruff ones that come from a species that's known for selfishness?
What about the griffin and the hippogriff?
The hippogriff. Well, they
I
did
think,
put them
like-
together for a scene in this, but
Yeah, I think
other
like
than the
they're
fact that
pretty
they look
good.
similar and have similar names,
Yeah.
No, they don't have similar names. Gallus and Silverstream?
Yeah.
they have similar species names.
Yes, yeah, because they're kind of like they're very much like we got part bird in ourselves. But aside from
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
that,
But I mean, I don't know, like this.
So the changeling and the dragon, or what?
No.
One of those.
yeah, but Changeling is more shipped with Sandbar than anything.
Yeah, with Sandbar. Yeah.
I can see it.
But I mean, I don't know. I
I
feel like
guess
we
so.
really did kind of see the main six go through all of this kind of stuff already, and in the best episodes, which this is definitely like at least worthy of being talked about with the best episodes. Like it was done just as well. So yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I kind of thought that all right, back then I thought if we got to this point, it would be kind of like it was, just with like a higher level of familiarity and trust and such, and instead they are doing the almost like Yu-Gi-Oh friendship, where it's like, okay, you're practically family for life, as in you, or well, not even you're like religious family, which is like we hail to whatever we worship. It's like I'm having a little bit of trouble. Well, or have you consulted your? Have you consulted the one above us? Have you consulted the friendship? Have you remembered your?
Yeah.
Have
friendly
you
friendship
consulted
or
the
friendship?
magic conch?
Have you gone to the tree and been thinking under your thinking tree lately?
And prayed and washed away your sins.
Remember not to eat that apple from that tree.
Oh yeah.
And then each one of each one of the elements of harmony by accident, just because it's Apple Jacks.
Ooh.
I mean, well, like to be fair, as often as not, they probably do make like at least a lip sync effort to take it back towards more, like the ups and downs that you'll have as good friends, like in Rainbow and Applejack competing with each other to impress the students, or like Secrets and Pies. But I mean, just as often we have like Twilight giving some kind of bland, empty platitude speech, or them singing a song like in All Bottled Up. And to be fair, they do kind of parody that afterwards. They sing a friendship song and then, oh, we should have waited. But I mean, like, but heck, just look at how far we've taken now. They have a friendship school that they use to teach the magic of friendship that will save the species and bring them together and help Starlight, the apprentice of friendship, learn to be an expert of friendship who will go forth and spread the friendship and heal with the friendship and friendship with the friendship. And
second, you
get it.
I'll
become
put
Kingdom
the
Hearts.
spider on your face if you don't stop.
There's a spider on his face.
Yes, there is right now.
Slap away the spider.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's
careful,
a
I know your weak
spider on
spots.
his face.
Slap away the spider.
I know her weak points. But, well, no, you get it, though. I mean, that's not nearly as fun or as, like, close to home, as close to real friendship as this kind of stuff was.
Mm.
And, I mean, heck, even the, like, really kind of touching heart-to-heart moments there, I mean, there's still some real in them, like some, having to open up about something embarrassing and it's not, like, okay right away, like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, no, it's still embarrassing. It's still like, but it also still helps. It also still helps these friends get through it, and it helps them grow closer together. And I mean,
That's good, yeah.
yeah, that's a lot stronger as stories go.
Yeah. Cute shit like the Changeling and Yuna, maybe.
That's almost like
Yona adorable.
pairing.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
But are we ending because I'm going to fall down my chair?
Aw.
Alright. Any other final
Stuffed
closing
spider.
thoughts on this episode?
Stuffed spider, catch her.
I'd say this is a really good contender for best of the season.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Me too.
I
Me
mean,
too.
for me, right now, it feels like second place to last week's. But then again, it's just like I'm still saying like literally top three of the season. This
I
literally
feel like it's up
this-
there, yeah.
this really doesn't have like faults compared to like some of the good episodes I said about the season. So yeah, this can easily be considered a great episode in that context. Then just overall like great for like the student six, great for like the Tree of Harmony mythos that they seem to keep on putting add-ons and make it be like, okay, we might actually have some good ideas this year around, just so that people will stop complaining about our tree.
I mean, granted, I wish they'd uncorked them sooner, but yeah, for me, it's no contest. This is my pick. This is my only A grade of the season so far, and it's a high one at that. I mean, I thought they built the lore in interesting ways of the stuff with the tree that like gives us more and hints at still more to come. There's more they can do with that. It's not the kind of world building where like, ooh, we never did this before. We never showed you where the dragons have their contest of who cares new king before, but
I think it comes down to
yeah, I mean like this uncorks some, adds to the mystery of the tree and what gives us more that it could work with, and I just spent all the time talking about the lore there, but thought the students were really good. I thought that they actually had some moments that make you like them a lot more, where you really felt for them. I thought that the challenges were fun. I thought that, okay, I think we counted no less than 3 moments where it was like, boom, drop the mic. That was awesomely said.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, guys.
What?
You guys remember the title for this episode, right?
Time?
What title is this episode?
Oh, title. Oh, What Lies Beneath.
Yeah, I'm just now thinking like this might be multi-layered right now, because I'm just thinking about like what lies beneath like the tree, what lies beneath the school, what lies beneath the students, or what lies are beneath with the students right now, just constantly lying about themselves about, oh, everything's okay, everything's fine. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Cozy lying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she
I don't know.
looking down like that, like down like that. That didn't seem to bode well.
It's Cozy is very much like a much more mature version of Diamond Tiara. She never reformed and actually was proficient at lying.
Yeah.
It's
Although
because
that moment
of
at
her
the end where-
cuteness.
I love that moment at the end too, where they're all like passing out from how tired they are. Like, what about the test? And then the changeling who studies more than anyone. Oh, we're all gonna fail.
Screw the test. I want sleep.
Yeah,
and we're
there
gonna
you go.
fail together. Ain't it sweet?
And with
I
that,
almost feel like
with
that
that-
right now.
and with that, Orcelis is just like, welcome to the age of college life, in which if you know you're gonna fail, accept it with no quandaries.
It's not the best mental state to have in college.
Shit. Not very often, anyway.
Aw.
True.
Mentality. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Ooh.
True that. True that.
Mhm. Yeah, in college it's like you sink or swim.
Ooh, yeah. That's good too. Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Or you grow like the tree. Huh?
Shit.
Very true again.
Yeah.
All right. Any other final thoughts for you in tonight?
It's really good when an episode about a group of characters leaves you feeling like I want more from this group of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
I want more of the Student Six.
Seconded.
yeah. And more like background story about the tree, maybe also.
Mm. If there's a point I need to say about this episode, it's like Sandbar is more interesting than Applejack. And I think they're probably a marked improvement of over like the Student Six over the main six like mentality.
Like I don't agree with that, but Applejack is also my favorite one, so I might be a little hard there.
Sorry, it's just
It's okay.
yeah.
But I like Yuna better than I like Fluttershy, so there
Well,
we
you
go.
like Yona better than Fluttershy?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
the main six have a pretty strong history of several good episodes, great episodes going for them. It's just most of them weren't in this season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But again, personal preference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just I guess weirdly enough though, like this episode kind of like was like, hey, here's like the parallels you might make to like the main six now. And apparently Yona's supposed to be like the Fluttershy.
Yeah.
I was thinking Ocellus was kind of like the
Yeah, I would
Fluttershy
have thought
variant.
that. Yona.
Like I see actually Ocellus more like Rarity.
What?
Yeah.
Like Rarity, how?
Yeah, like with her kindness and being like sweet.
Well, Fluttershy is the element of kindness. I
But
mean,
Yeah.
like
although generosity.
generosity.
Right. She's kind of like a hybrid. I
Like,
think what's throwing you off is like this episode had like Yona interacting with the spiders in a very Fluttershy moment.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you sort of remove that, like Osiris is much more shown to be like the Fluttershy of the group.
But I also like Ocellus better than I like Fluttershy. But again, personal preference.
oh. And all that.
Yeah.
Next. Before everybody is like, no.
Mhm.
I mean, like I do like Ocellus. I'm not so sure it's like it's to the point of sassy shy right now.
Although I guess you could also count her as the Twilight, the bookworm, with
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
she does have that vibe.
Yeah,
leadership qualities and also insecurities.
not leadership qualities, more advisor, like second in command. Like leadership. Well, honestly,
Sandbar.
it's honestly a toss-up between Sandbar or Gallus. Either of those two actually lead the team a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is it gets hard to make like a main six comparison because they do a pretty good job of like shuffling a lot of the personalities of main six with the student six, where like each one has like traits from at least two of the main six.
And thank God they don't try to
Especially
just like
betweens.
force personalities onto any of them. Like, okay, you have to be the loyalty one where so you have to do this, this, and this. Like, no, they're their own characters first, and whatever else you want them to be second.
Yeah.
All right, but any other final thoughts before we head out?
Yeah, pretty much said everything.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, get to see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Next week.